This is Sapphi with Clear Audio, and here's how you can make French house similar to artists like Daft Punk, Cassius, Stardust, and more. So this style of French house was bigger in the 90s and early 2000s, before the era of Ed Banger, like Justice, Sebastian, and more. So the song I'm about to play is very, very simplistic. It's our drums, our sample, a hat loop, and pretty much nothing else. So that being on our original idea, let's play the original song. So our original sample here is On My Soul by Bruno Mars. So most of the sample chops come from this part here. So with this sample, I didn't really recontextualize it or redo the melody or anything, as I felt like when I listened to the song, it already had the French house style melody laid out for me. I just wanted to make it sound like it was chopped. So initially, I was just gonna go with this. Which is super, super similar to One More Time by Daft Punk, but that's also what I wanted to go for, paying homage and paying tribute to that song specifically, because it's one of my favorite Daft Punk songs ever. But I wanted it to be a little more complex than that, so this is what I ended up doing instead. So now that we've broken down the sample, let's get into our drums. So I sampled the drums from a few Mr. Wazzo songs because I felt like his drums are closer to the Daft Punk style, and I very much could have sampled a drum loop or a breakbeat of some sort, but I felt like sampling Mr. Wazzo's drums are going to be closer to the sound that I wanted. And then I have my hat and my hat loop here, sampled from Flat Beat by Mr. Wazzo. And I have this hat here because I wanted to accentuate the groove of the entire song, almost starting on the second beat of the bar. And then I got this right idea from my friend Travis Good, who also was paying homage to the One More Time song. And when we worked on another French house song together, he told me to put a ride there. And pretty much ever since then, on every French house song, I've been making sure to do that, just because it has that vibe to it. It's one of those things that a lot of French house producers back in the day did with their arrangement. And so now together we have... Oh, sorry, let me mute this real quick. And then our second half, we introduced some more chops and this bass here, using Ableton's Drift and as minimal post-processing as I wanted. I wanted to make a sound that sounded like it came from a synthesizer, which Drift is really good at doing. So I have some noise and two oscillators messing with the shape and the envelope and the frequency, giving me this. And then I have some chorus. And then some distortion, some OTT and EQ. And then some vocal chops here. From Computer City by Perfume. And then a simple chop coming back here. Oh, and I almost forgot to explain the processing on the sample, actually. So I have a compressor and then an SP950 to make it sound like it was sampled directly from like an Akai sampler or like a Roland floppy disk or the samplers that they were using back then, because it kind of gives this gritty, repitched texture to it. Almost like it's being bit crushed, but also not really at the same time. And then I'm just boosting the low end from it. And then, yeah, that's the processing on the sample chop. And then that being our song, last but not least, let's go over the master. So again, being mostly simplistic, we have our compressor here. Our glue compressor, just adding just a little bit of compression between like 2 to 4 decibels and 8 decibels of makeup gain. And then our RX 950, because I love this plugin's low pass filter. It isn't just a low pass filter, but it adds the grit and the bit crushy high end that I've been looking for forever. And it's this plugin called RX 950 that I learned from Quickly, one of his live streams. And then I have Abbey Road Vinyl because Print DJ adds a lot of phase shift and high end that I like in a way that I really couldn't recreate on its own. And last but not least, I have some hard clipping using Ableton Saturator. And that's our master. And that's how you can make French house closer to the 90s and early 2000s, similar to artists like Daft Punk, Cassius, Stardust, and more. Hope you enjoyed.